All right, so hey everyone, today we're gonna talk about the pros of being a full-time signing agent. So hey, I'm Lee.
And I'm Clarissa.
And we're the Married Notaries. And again, today we're gonna talk about the positives and the upside of being a full-time signing agent in Florida in 2021. In our last video, we talked about the cons. We kind of beat y'all up a little bit. You know?
We did. Like,
you're just like, man, why would anybody want to do this, right? Like, you probably left that video like, man, there's no way. But again, we are doing this. Obviously, we felt that those cons weren't enough to make us not do it. And we're gonna hop in those reasons on why. So number one, you get to be your own boss. Now this one's a big one for me. I need that in my life. Just go with that. All right. But you get to choose what days you want off. Yeah. You don't have to get approval from your supervisor to get vacation time or just getting off early to pick your kids up from school. Now, there's been times when I've been able to just cut the day off short and decide to take my daughter to the zoo, and that's been like amazing. That's something I had the opportunity.
That's been great for real.
Right? And that's been a good opportunity. Again, that kind of rolls into spending more time with your family, and you know all the things that come with being your own boss, right? There's so much control that you kind of get over your day with that. Also, number two, you get unlimited earning potential. All right, so you guys probably watch a bunch of videos. You probably seen all type of information out there about the potential that you can make in this business.
Right.
And that potential is true. Like as much as you want to work, you can make money. As you want to work for 12 hours a day, you can make $1,000 in that day. I mean, it's happening. There's been days that we've done 16 to 20 closings in one day. It's a grind, but
it is a grind.
You know, you can be flexible with that. You know, you got something coming up, you're gonna be taking some time off. You can earn that extra money. Yep. So you can make anywhere from $75 to, I mean, I've made upwards of $200 for a signing. Those don't always happen, right? But as you build your relationships with people, that can kind of happen for you.
Right.
You also have the potential to add other streams of income to the business. You know, there's times where we're making full-time income on part-time schedule, depending on that week, and that kind of allows us to kind of work on other businesses we have, right? So there's other things that you can monetize with being a notary and being a signing agent that we'll talk about more in the future. But that's just some extra things you can do right there.
Yeah, and so again, guys, the points that we talk about is just based on our own personal experience. Like we were able to jot these things down based on how long we've been doing it and what we experienced. And so another point is just that it's less stressful than a 9-to-5 job. Like we could work part-time hours and make the same income part-time that we did full-time working our federal job. So for us, that made more sense to leave. Again, it is a grind and you have to be really organized and disciplined, but it is for us a lot less stressful than the jobs that we were doing. So that's another reason, and it could be a lot less stressful depending on what job you're doing. Another thing is that even when you, like in those moments that you do have like stressful signings, because those days will come, at the end, there's light at the end of the tunnel because you never have to see that person again, as long as you don't miss a stamp initial or a signature.
Listen.
You never, you never have to see that person again if it was, you know, a difficult signing for you. When you're working a regular 9-to-5 job, you have to see that same coworker that's getting on your nerves, aggravating you.
Have you finished those errands? Have you finished those errands?
No, I am not finished with those errands, and I never will be! So quit checking up on me!
Or whatever they're doing. So that's definitely a pro to being a signing agent. And then another thing is that there's potential to leave a legacy, right? You can leave a business that you can be proud of. Like our children, our oldest, who's a teenager, he knows what we do, and he asks questions, and he's really interested in it, and he actually talks about doing it as he's older.
He want that money. That's all he wants.
So it's definitely, it's something we can be proud of. Our family is proud of us in doing it, just jumping. And so it's definitely something that our family, we feel can be proud of, and we can leave a legacy so our kids can be inspired to do it, whether it's this business or whatever business that they want to have.
All right, and number 5, we have business tax deductions.
Yes.
This is huge, man. This is where you win. You know, we've been in business in general for, I don't know, maybe 5-6 years.
Yeah, overall
in real estate. So you can write off things you normally couldn't write off as a W-2 employee. I mean, just a couple of things. And again, this is my disclaimer. We aren't tax professionals.
At all.
We're just telling you some deductions that we've seen with our taxes, right? So that's been meals, food, you know. We've seen mileage deductions. Obviously, everywhere you drive, when you drive to work, you just drove to work.
Home office
Well,
deduction.
but when you drive for your business, that's mileage.
Yep.
You know, our home office, where we're literally recording this video, we're deducting that from our taxes.
Right.
And there's just so many things. I mean, even travel, business travel,
Yeah.
you know, all those things kind of add up. And there's just so many more that if any of you are out there doing this business, I encourage you to get you a good CPA, because they ain't talking to you about the potential of hiring your children or any of these different things that you could be doing. You need a new CPA. Right?
And the next point is just building relationships and networking, right? Constantly. So as you're in these title offices, or if you're at a lender's office, what have you, you're constantly building these relationships. When you see these individuals, I mean, that could be a potential job offer in the future. Say if the market switches up, right? Or if things slow down, or if you know where you get tired of the grind, that could be a business opportunity. You can work as a processor there. You can work as the funding there. You could be a closer there. You can do front desk. Like there's so many jobs that you can do within that field by just building and those relationships. And so just a real quick story, like Lee gets offered jobs all the time in title offices, you know.
Yeah, they just see, like, you know, again, like we take a lot of pride in our work. You know,
Yeah.
we're kind of perfectionists a little bit.
A lot of it.
I'm trying to be nice here. I'm trying to give us the benefit of the doubt. So listen, we just love what we do. We love to do it well, and that just kind of gets reflected. If you're working hard and you're just doing well, people they notice it. You know,
Yeah,
I didn't even know that these title companies were noticing me until finally they were just like, "Hey, you want to work here? You want to work here?" And I was like, "You know what? If it ever gets real rough, I'll call you, right?" But as for now, I'm good out here in these streets. I'm good. All right.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. So then, just to kind of recap all the reasons, and we threw a couple pros at you. Number one, pro to being a full-time signing agent, you get to be your own boss.
Yeah.
You know, number two, you earn unlimited earning. You have unlimited earning potential. Number three,
Less stressful than a 9-to-5 job. You get to kind of be your own boss, and it depends on the job. The next one is going to be a potential to leave a legacy, right? Something you can be proud of.
business tax deductions is number 5. That's my favorite one.
And then next, building relationships and networking, just in case you need that job.
All right, so again, this business is for someone who is entrepreneurial, a hard worker, that's cool with that grind. It's a grind in the beginning. You can't just hop out here and think it's gonna just come to you. You have to go and get it, all right? If you haven't had your first signing yet, you probably aren't working out hard enough for it. We got some tips that we're gonna give you on that, but we thank you so much for watching this video. Again, watch the cons video as well. There is a dark side. It's not for everyone, but if it's for you, stick around and we'll be making more videos. Again, like, share, and subscribe to our channel.
Thank you guys. Until next time. Peace.